Every spring, over 2 billion people celebrate a narrative of ultimate triumph, filling massive public squares like St. Peter's to mark the event. But the origins of this story in the 1st century look nothing like a traditional victory. Living under Roman occupation, the people of the Mediterranean expected a messiah to act as a military liberator, a hero who would use violent force to topple these imperial structures. Instead, the events that launched the world's largest religion followed a path of deliberate paradox, systematically stripping away every expectation of what a king should be. To understand the modern outcome, we have to follow the specific narrative arc of the week that comes before it. The sequence begins on Palm Sunday. To the crowds gathered in Jerusalem, this felt like the beginning of a coup, with the city preparing to welcome a conqueror. But the leader arrives on a borrowed pack animal. By choosing a donkey over a warhorse, he signaled an anti-imperial agenda. By Thursday, the expectation of a war council or a royal banquet had reached its peak. Instead of issuing orders or planning a siege, the leader took the position of a servant, washing the dirt off his followers' feet. This model of servant leadership inverted the social order of the ancient world. Then, just as this new hierarchy was established, the leader was betrayed by one of his own. These first 2 days removed the traditional markers of political and social power, leaving the movement entirely vulnerable. Good Friday represents a total collapse. In the 1st century, this was a public, agonizing defeat, the visible dismantling of a failed movement. The Savior does not call down an army. He submits to state execution, seemingly ending the story in a grave. This leads into Holy Saturday, a period of total silence between the execution and what comes next. This is the weight of the grave, a day of devastating grief and the finality of a sealed tomb. Then comes Easter Sunday. The narrative concludes with the physical claim of an empty tomb and resurrection. The story frames death as the final enemy, one that is defeated not by avoiding the struggle, but by moving through it. This timeline tracks the 5-day sequence as a single thesis. Traditional power drops to 0 by Friday, while authority spikes on Sunday. This establishes a model linking defeat and return. Authority is rooted in sacrifice rather than violent conquest. Without the events of Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the outcome on Sunday loses its narrative weight. It is the specific trajectory of the Passion that gives the final triumph its world.